Okay, so textures. So I'll start with the CPU side. So I'm creating a layout. I'm passing that. I'm creating C buffers for my projection, my world, and my fog data. Um, then I have a couple methods for actually sending stuff to those C buffers that the user can call. Well, these are actually called through the graphic objects, which are attached to the corresponding shader. Then I have set to contacts, which, yeah. Oh, and uh, something to set the sampler on the GPU. Um, and then on the actual HLSL, I have my shader constants, which the user can put um, data inside during runtime, during the draw. My VS input, which has to align with my layout. Um, yeah, and then since I'm doing fog, instead of just returning the sample texture, I have to get that and then essentially run it through the fog computational stuff, and then output that. Um, so yeah, that's textures. Color light. Color light. So a lot of the same stuff. I have to create my layout, create my C buffers. I also have to create buffers for my light data. Yeah, I have a couple methods for actually sending the for actually setting the light data, and then sunlight parameters actually sends it to the GPU. Um, so yeah. Um, and then send world material. I believe it's used by the graphics object attached to the color light shader. Um, the user passes in their world and their color. Um, what else? Oh, not their color, their light parameters. So their ambient, their diffuse, and their specular for that given object. And then that's passed to the GPU. Um, and then more fog data stuff. All of my shaders have fog data. Well, all the ones that I'm using. Um, and then yeah, then texture light. I have my shader constants. Um, then some methods for computing the various types of light, and then in my pixel shader, I'm computing the light, and then factoring in my fog, and then outputting that. Um, so yeah, that's shader light, shader color light. Um, and then shader texture light, it's essentially just the combination of texture and shader color. So I'm passing light data, but I'm also passing my shader, my texture to the shader, sorry. And then Oh, this is texture light. Okay. And then yeah, the only difference between texture light and color light really is that I'm multiplying my texture color um, with my light color um, instead of just going strictly with my light color that I got from my light computations. Um, so yeah, those are the shaders.